Hello beautiful, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Peladi and I hope you are still doing well. In today's makeup tutorial, I will be featuring TTDEYE contact lenses. TTDEYE was kind enough to send me this PR package with 4 of their beautiful soft contact lenses. I am wearing the shade, well, the style Queen Brown, and if you would like to purchase a pair for yourself, I will link my 10% discount code in the description box. In today's affordable makeup tutorial for beginners, I'm going to start off with the basics and I'm going to do my brows on camera, and I'm going to stick my brow hairs down using my Got2b ultra glued styling gel for edges. One thing I can tell you about contact lenses is that once you get the hang of it, once you get used to feeling your finger on top of your eyeball, everything is smooth sailing from then on. Not that I'm a pro, but I can now wear them without any hassle like I used to find hassle earlier on when I first got this PR package. But now that I'm used to the feel of them on my eyes, it's so much easier for me to wear them, but I still can't do it on camera. So please don't ask me to wear them on camera because I look ridiculous doing it. But I love the style. It is so flattering on my skin tone, and I can finally add these like the others. So these are my favorite from the package. Now that the glue is dry, I'm going to pat some translucent powder on top of that brow area just so that I can keep things matte throughout my whole makeup application and throughout the whole time that I will be wearing my makeup. This is an essential step, especially for us oily girls. Now up next, I'm going to mimic hair-like strokes using my smudge brown brow mascara that I got from Clicks. Anyone with sparse brows, this is your new best friend because it mimics fluffier, fuller, much more bushier brows than we have. I will be drawing the actual brow using my brown eye pencil that I got for 35 Rand from my local Chinese mall. What I do when I draw my brows, I never start from the front part of my brow. I just start off from where I started off with the shaving because I do trim my brows so that I can create an arch for myself. By the way, beautiful, that sorbet powdered loose powder is the only thing over 150 that I will be using in this tutorial today. So excuse that. Straight after that, I always go on in with a dark brown eyeshadow. It doesn't matter which eyeshadow you use. I go in with this one by Catrice just to further mattify that cream product, which is the brow pencil that is on my brows. To clean up my brows, I will be going in with my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Twaffy. To clean the top part of my brows, I will be using the foundation that I will be wearing today, which is the Glam Complexion Pro Long Lasting Breathable Matte Foundation. Moving right along to the base, I'm going to prime my face using the Maybelline Baby Skin Pore Erasing Primer. So I'm actually taking it out of the container, you guys. I just cut it now. As much as I say, I don't really like the texture of it or whatever it is that I said about it, it's definitely one of the primers that is a staple in my kit. And of course, I will be re-upping on that soon. The texture of this product alone is enough to make you go back and pick it up once again. For foundation, I will be wearing my Glam Complexion Pro Foundation, which I'm in the shade Hazelnut, and I will be mixing it with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless with Clay in the shade Mocha. Not that I need to mix it or anything, it is my perfect shade, but I am curious to see what shade I will get when I mix these two affordable drugstore foundations together. And remember what I said about if you are already struggling or have been having lines underneath your eyes, you want to apply minimum products underneath that area. So I'm not going to apply my foundation there. I mean, look at that. I love this Shein foundation, and paired with my second, well, my other favorite drugstore foundation, the Maybelline one, it is giving. It is giving what it's supposed to give, darling. I mean, look at that finish, so skin-like. I always drag my foundation all the way down to my neck, but of course this always varies with what I'm going to wear. If I'm going to wear a high neck something that's going to be touching my neck, I will definitely not be dragging it all the way down to my neck. And for control, I will go on in with the Glam Beauty Blender just to make sure that it is in place and I haven't used too much foundation, because it is hard to measure foundation out of the tube than it is in a container with a pump. What I love about this beauty blender is it efficiently removes the excess foundation without removing the actual product, if that makes sense. It just removes the excess so that you are left with a nice, even, enough enough coverage left, and not heaps and heaps of foundation on your face that you don't need. So going over your foundation and any other product with a beauty blender, this one or any other one, is a must, especially as a beginner, because in the beginning you don't really even know how much product you need to use. So having a beauty blender to use after your foundation brush is an essential in any beginner's makeup kit. What I love to do next, not only because I'm an oily girl, but because I also love matte looks, is I go over my foundation with a loose setting powder. In this instance, I absolutely love using my Sorbet powder to you loose powder. This one is in the shade medium dark. I want to go in with a very light hand just so that your makeup doesn't look cakey. And if you do not have this type of setting powder, you can always go in with a pressed powder instead. Because I would never recommend that any of my dark skin ladies use banana powder to set their foundation, not even a translucent one. I won't recommend. If you are my skin tone, a little bit lighter and darker, it's a no from me, sis. Straight after that, I'm now going to contour my face, and for that I will be using my Makeup Revolution foundation stick. This time it's in the shade F17. I will be highlighting, and today I feel like mixing the remnants of my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Toffee with my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define foundation in the shade 12.5, which I got from Beauty Bound. Beauty Bound is a Makeup Revolution makeup store where you can get all Makeup Revolution products, especially the ones that you can't find in store or on the Clicks website. So this is what I do now. I cover my entire nose with concealer because that just makes it easier for me when I go in to snatch my nose with contour, which you will see in a little while. I will blend out my contour while I let this concealer get a bit more tacky until it's actually a bit on the dry side, especially on the areas underneath my eyes, because that's the part of my face that I like to be the most brightest. I bought this nifty contour brush on the Shein website, and believe it or not, it was 19 Rand. I mean, go and check it out for yourself. It is excellent, stubby enough, and the bristles are packed together so tightly that it has made it the perfect contour brush, unlike my other contour brushes from the past, which were rather fluffy and like couldn't blend stiffly. All I can do with these now is set my contour but not blend it out like with this one. Ooh, girl. Did you see your girl on the Shein app? I mean, when one of my followers on Instagram created a story with me, I didn't even know that they had put me on their website. I mean, on their app. It is their website anyway. On their app. I didn't even know until I'm Antonia Stars Miguel and I saw myself there. I was so proud. It's one of my proudest moments, you know, ever since I started, because your girl is going international. I don't know if you can see it, but it definitely seems like that. It definitely seems to be leaning that way. Because I'm not even getting this much recognition here more than I am overseas. Well, TTDEYE, Shein, like it is just so overwhelming. And yeah, here I will link the area which I am on the app. If you click on that area where it says gals on the Shein app, you will see your girl there doing her thing. So yeah, okay, back to this beat, darling. So this F17 contour stick in J-Ronya, it is always just disappointing me. It is so light. It is so too light for my liking. So I'm going to try and supplement it with some F18, also by Makeup Revolution. Do you see what I mean? I mean, Bonafela. You won't even swear that these shades aren't like next to each other. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm just going over the F17 with the F18 foundation stick. This you can buy from Take A Lot for 119. That's where I always buy it. I'm not even sure if they sell it or clicks. If they do, I will be sure to link it up here. But as you know, prices are likely to change. So this thing of adding prices, then you come at me, some of you guys come at me from that under 100 Rand makeup tutorial, and I uploaded that like 5 months ago, and some people are like, oh, but this is not this much. Prices change. Prices change. I said, nah. Okay, that is better. I can see some shadows there. Can you see that the more I apply makeup, the more these contacts are becoming nicer and nicer and nicer, which is why it's my favorite pair. I wore them on live and I got so many compliments. People were going wild over them, even though I was a bit skeptical at first, especially without makeup. They look very weird. I mean, always remember to blend your contour upwards. I cannot stress this enough times. I always start out with the outskirts of the concealer that I have underneath my eyes. And now with the remnants of the foundation that is left on the foundation brush, because I did apply my foundation with this brush, there is still some product on here. This is what I'm going to take just to dab around the edges of, well, between my concealer and my contour, so that I can blend them beautifully together. The foundation just acts as a neutralizing factor, if you like. Voila. You want to pat this brush on the front part of your brows just so that they don't look so blocky and harsh, especially in the beginning. Well, in the front part of your brow, just create that ombre effect using some product on the brush. You can always go back in and do corrections. In this instance, I will be using this Glam 2-in-1 brow pen, and I will be going in with the felt tip side. What you want, I'ma give it to you. Yeah, promise, I'ma give it to you. Miss that smile, Lord knows I ain't seen that in a while, but it's your style, so something must be up keeping you down. You a queen. For blush today, I will be wearing the one from Glam, which you all have been seeing all over Instagram and social media with the viral blush trend. This one is in the shade Love Cake. And you shake it to get the product onto this adorable little applicator. Let her know, I gotta let her know that she my white horse, she my medical, she like my baby mama, know how to take care of me, give my baby problems, you gon' regret every day. So I let her know, gotta let her know, came through the front door, I'll be ready for, and if it's what you want, I'ma give it to you. Yeah, promise, I'ma give it to you. To set this concealer, I will be going in with my Sorbet Powder to You Loose Powder. This time it's in the shade Medium, and I've mixed it in with the one in the shade Translucent.
If I have to share you, it was me that all along did you wrong, thinking that I made you beautiful and strong. This toxicity.
To set my contour, I will be using this gem that I found from the drugstore for under 100 Rand. It is, ladies and gents, the Smudge pressed powder in the shade Mahogany. I absolutely love this powder. I cannot put it down. It reminds me so much of the Maybelline pressed one in the shade Espresso. This one is just a bit cheaper, but it does the job, as you will see in a minute. If you are looking for a cheaper alternative, the Smudge pressed powder is the product for you. Because if you are going for a matte look, even some of your dewy looks, you do want to set your contour, set all your cream products, just so that they don't look like they are melting off your face. So I have done some reverse contouring with my Sorbet Powder to You Loose Powder in the shade Medium Dark, off camera, and obviously. And we've reached the second half of our makeup tutorial, and I will be priming my lid space using my Makeup Revolution Prime and Lock Eyeshadow Primer, which I also bought from Beauty Bound. I do list this as an affordable product because at 168, I have been using it since late last year, and not December late, like October late. So yeah, it is a steal, and especially because it makes my eyeshadow pop so much. And yeah, 168, I mean, really, come on now. Alrighty, and now the eyeshadow palettes that I will be playing in today are both of these Makeup Revolution Reloaded palettes. One is the Iconic Division one, and the other one is the all-time favorite Velvet Rose one. The first shade that I will be picking up though is from the Iconic Division one, and I will be picking up the shade right here on this pencil brush. We'll be using it to carve out the shape of the eye look that we are going for today. This is just an easier way to do your eyeshadow, especially as a beginner. Now the next shade we're going to be using is from the Velvet Rose palette, and it is this one right here. I will be using the shade to blend that one out. And now to make sure that we didn't lose out on any intensity in our crease area, I'm going to go back on in with that first shade that we used. I'm going to go in with a tad bit of this burnt orange shade just to see if I can't create a gradient effect there. Even though this look looks blended enough, I just want to push my luck a little bit, if you may. My crease, I will use that same Makeup Revolution Prime and Lock Eyeshadow Primer with a tad bit of my Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas in the shade Halo. And now to add the glam part of this eyeshadow look, I will be going in with my NYX Foil Play Pigment in the shade Dagger. Unfortunately, but babes, NYX Cosmetics is no longer sold on SA Shores, so but this is the only thing that I'm using that is not readily available in the country. It's very loose. Let's see if I can't do it. Ooh, look at that. Bon appetit. So I can actually feel it dropping down along my nose, but this is how it looks. I will be back to do the rest of the eye. Please, but you can take this moment to like this video and subscribe if you are not subscribed already. So now that we have the pigment on, I'm going to now close off the cut crease using that same shade that we used in our crease initially, to blend out those harsh edges and to make sure that everything is looking nice and well blended on the outer part of our eye look. Now for lashes, I will be wearing these ones that I got from UmieyDreamz. These are the ones from her Fluffy edition. They also retail for 100 Rand each. And I'm going to line my waterline using my Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in the shade Black Fever. Not only is it long lasting, but it's also smudge proof and it applies like butter. To add another dimension to this eyelid, I'm going to head on over to my Makeup Revolution Reloaded Deep Dive palette, and this time I'm going to smoke out my lower lash line using these two eyeshadows right here, starting with the darker one first. For lips today, I will line my lips with my brown eye pencil, and then I will fill them in with my signature lipstick in the shade Mahogany. I will use a bit of the Essence Stay Matte 8-Hour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Date Proof, and for the center, I will use my Catrice Generation Comfortable Matte Lipstick. To lock everything in, I will use the Smudge Matte Fixing Spray. Just like that, beautiful, we have made it to the end of today's Drugstore Full Glam makeup tutorial for beginners. If you enjoyed this beat, please click on this tutorial up here to watch next, because I know you're going to enjoy that one as well. And if you haven't already, my darling, please subscribe to my channel and show your girl some love. I will catch up with you again in my next one. Bye.